degrees is our present temperature. And we are going to be going, getting ready for the first day of spring. How exciting is that? Ray Stajic says, not too exciting.
We hoped we didn't have to do it, but we are. First full day of spring tomorrow. Spring arriving early this afternoon, and a winter weather advisory in effect 8 o'clock this evening until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Potentially a couple of slushy inches of snowfall in the forecast. Temperatures today. Upper 40s this morning, most likely falling into the low to mid 40s this afternoon with maybe a little bit more rain coming in. Still have to deal with upper level low pressure, so that has to come through, and the rain will change on over to maybe some light snow and snow showers overnight tonight. Temperatures fall to near 32 degrees. Flurry snow showers tomorrow, otherwise overcast. Most of that precipitation early, so tomorrow morning could be slick. Highs will be in the mid-40s with gusty winds tomorrow afternoon. We'll recover a little bit Thursday. Plenty of sunshine, highs low 50s. Morning rain showers on Friday, low 50s. I'm Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's look at our current conditions here this morning. I did make a note of the fact that we got 4/10 of an inch of rain yesterday afternoon in the rain gauge here in downtown Glasgow, 0.40. The humidity is at 100% of saturation. 29.52 is the pressure. Winds out of the northwest at about 5 miles an hour this morning. And we are waking up with 48 degrees here from the studios of WCLU. Stand by for Angela Briggs. She has the live and local 6 o'clock morning edition coming your way straight ahead here on WCLU.
Senate Bill 1, the pension overhaul plan, was called off earlier this month because it lacked support. Majority Floor Leader Damon Thayer tells WLKY there's yet to be any changes to the bill.
Senate Bill 1 is resting comfortably back in state and local government, and we're waiting to hear if more people are willing to vote for it. We can bring it out of committee at any time and put it into the orders of the day for its consideration.
This is the last week for lawmakers to take up bills that have not passed either chamber. I'm Haley Hansen.
Students in eastern Kentucky are the next to get a day off because their teachers are furious with state lawmakers over the pension bill. Teachers in Pike, Lawrence, Martin, and Carter counties, as well as the Ashland Independent Schools, yesterday all said they plan to rally at the state capitol tomorrow. That means no school across a big part of eastern Kentucky. Last week, Governor Bevin called teachers selfish for protesting what he calls needed reforms to save the state's public retirement system. Norfolk Southern says it's moving derailed freight cars off the tracks after two trains collided in Georgetown and Scott County. The company said the 4 train crew members taken to the hospital after the crash as a precaution have been released with no injuries, though one employee is still being evaluated. Well, today is the first day of spring, and it will start with snow in the forecast for some people in northern and eastern Kentucky. The National Weather Service is leaving a winter weather advisory in effect until at least 2 p.m. today for most of the state, stretching from Louisville down to the Tennessee state line and east through the mountains. Forecasters are expecting as much as 3 inches of snow to fall in some places. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Bank working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
BR Tire.
We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season.
With the Barron County Sheriff's Office. He passed away due to a heart attack while assisting his fellow deputies with an ongoing investigation. Detective Anderson started his law enforcement career with the Glasgow Police Department before becoming a Barron County deputy. He served the people of this community with honor and integrity for 17 years, 3 months, and 1 week. He leaves behind a wife and 2 children. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, as well as his entire department and this community. A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home will be in charge of funeral arrangements. The Glasgow City Council voted to table indefinitely whether or not to move forward with the agreement with Interact. Be sure to tune in at 7 o'clock for that complete story. Glasgow police made several arrests after routine traffic stops. Officer Trevor Morrison made a traffic stop on East Main Street after seeing the occupants of a vehicle not wearing their seatbelts. During the stop, Officer Morrison saw an AR-15 rifle in the back seat and a handgun, later confirmed to be stolen, on the dash of the car. During a search of the vehicle, officers found a bottle of gabapentin and a small amount of marijuana. The driver of the vehicle, 25-year-old Matthew Runyon of Glasgow, was arrested, charged with failure to wear a seatbelt, receiving stolen property, carrying a concealed weapon, and possession of marijuana. A passenger in the vehicle, 26-year-old James White of Glasgow, was also arrested, charged with possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of marijuana, and possession of a controlled substance. White was also served with an outstanding warrant. After suspecting that he had an active warrant, Officer Wesley Hicks with the Glasgow Police Department made a traffic stop on a vehicle driven by 41-year-old David Price of Glasgow. During the stop on Bryan Street, Price gave Officer Hicks false information and then took off running towards Gorin Park and Harwood Street. Price was apprehended by Officer Hicks and Officer Jonathan Clark shortly thereafter, charged with giving officer false information, fleeing or evading police, resisting arrest, and wanton endangerment. On Sunday, Officer Jonathan Clark with Glasgow Police conducted a traffic stop on North Ray Street for expired registration. When he spoke with the driver, 32-year-old Michelle Farrell of Cave City, she told Clark there was a gun inside, but she wasn't sure where it was. She gave Officer Clark consent to search, and the gun was found underneath the seat. Clark also found a white substance suspected to be meth inside a purse in the vehicle. She was arrested, charged with no registration, no seatbelt, no insurance, drug paraphernalia, possession of a controlled substance, driving on a DUI suspended license, and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. Officer Clark was assisted by Officer Hicks and Officer Starnes. When Officer Tommy Corbin with Glasgow Police saw a vehicle without a rear license plate light, he conducted a traffic stop on East Main. During that traffic stop, it was determined by Officer Zane Greer that the driver, 33-year-old Tabitha Blakely of Glasgow, appeared to be under the influence. After conducting field sobriety tests, she was placed under arrest. Officer Greer found a pill grinder, morphine, and hydrocodone inside the vehicle. She was charged with rear license plate not illuminated, operating a motor vehicle while under the influence, drug paraphernalia, possession of a controlled substance, first-degree opiates, and first-degree drug unspecified, as well as prescription of a controlled substance not in the proper container. All individuals arrested were taken to and lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. Right now at 6:16 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 48 degrees.
At U.S. Bank, we're proud to be part of our
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Be our
In more local news, accidental medicine poisoning sends a child younger than age 6 to an ER every 9 minutes in this country, and every 12 days a child dies. The Kentucky Poison Control Center says it handles more than 130 calls daily, and more than half of those involve children under 5. Morag McKay with the group Safe Kids Worldwide says many poisonings are the result of accidental ingestion of medications.
Parents often don't realize how quickly these events can occur, and whether the child is at home or maybe visiting grandma and grandpa, you can be supervising your child and you turn around for just a couple of minutes, and when you turn back, the child has access to medicine if it's not stored safely.
March is Poison Prevention Month, and this week through Saturday is National Poison Prevention Week. The toll-free Poison Help hotline is 800-222-1222. Now, McKay says small children like to mimic adults and might think medicine is candy because some is brightly colored. Because kids can be pretty curious and pretty determined, she recommends that medications be kept out of sight and out of reach, even if they're in child-resistant containers. She explains parents might be a little confused about what that means.
Parents are often a little confused about what child-resistant packaging means. We found about half of them think that child-resistant means child-proof, and in fact, that is not the case. Child-resistant packaging is designed to make it harder for the child to get into the medicine, but it's not completely impossible.
Safe Kids Worldwide has released a report on efforts to educate people about accidental medicine poisonings. It finds headway is being made, but there are still way too many children being harmed. And a bill to increase benefits to the spouses and children of those who are killed in the line of duty won final passage in the House on Monday. House Bill 185, sponsored by Representative John Blanton from Saylorsville, was introduced following the line of duty death of Louisville Metro Police Officer Nick Rodman. Due to a paperwork error, his widow and children were not eligible for benefits. The bill will have an impact on all those who have served us and made the ultimate sacrifice by giving their lives in the line of duty. He said the measure increases benefits from the current 25% to 75% of the deceased individual's pay, along with lifetime health insurance to the spouse and their children up to the age of 18 or until they're 22 if they're in college. It would also provide 10% benefits to each of the children up to a maximum 95% of the pay. Now, one change was made on the committee, Blanton said. If a spouse remarries, the benefits will be reduced from 75 to 25%, which is the current level. The spouse would retain lifetime health insurance coverage, as would the dependent children. The bill passed 89-0 and now heads to the state Senate. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs, 6:21 a.m., 48 degrees.
Stephen K. Do It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
They're here to make the process as stress-free as possible, with plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options. South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction, based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:23, 48 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Rusty Walker Anderson, age 47, of Glasgow, died Sunday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital after a sudden illness. Rusty was born in Louisville and was the son of Larry and Patsy Strange Anderson, who survive. Rusty was a detective with the Barron County Sheriff's Office. He began his law enforcement career on December the 11th of 2000 at the Glasgow Police Department, where he served until April the 1st of 2005. He then continued his career at the Barron County Sheriff's Office until his end of watch Sunday. He was an avid UK fan, a turkey and deer hunter, and had been a member of several area bluegrass and gospel groups where he played bass guitar. Rusty was a member of the Rolling Hills United Baptist Church, where he was a Sunday school superintendent. He is survived by his wife, Wendy Doyle Anderson, 2 children, Hunter and Amber Anderson, his parents, Larry and Patsy Anderson, a brother, Jamie Anderson, and wife, Christy, his father and mother-in-law, Gary and Ann Doyle, sisters and brothers-in-law, Amy and Brandon Kearney, and Gina and Chris Sherfy, and his nieces and nephews, Trevor and Nick Kearney, Ryder Sherfy, Isaac and Autumn Anderson, all of Glasgow. Services for Rusty Walker Anderson will be Thursday at 2 o'clock at the Glasgow Baptist Church. Burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation at A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home beginning Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. and continuing Thursday morning at Glasgow Baptist Church from 10 until time for service. Expressions of sympathy may be made in the form of contributions to the American Cancer Society or the Kentucky Sheriff's Boys and Girls Ranch in Gilbertsville. Georgiana Buchanan Fisher, age 67, of Scottsville, died Sunday at the Medical Center in Scottsville. She was the daughter of late Roger Buchanan and the Effie Hobdy Buchanan of Scottsville, who survives. She was a retired teacher of 37 years of service and worked in the Allen County School System and the Sumner County School System. She was a member of the Scottsville First United Methodist Church, the Democratic Women's Club, and the Scottsville Women's Club. In addition to her mother, she is survived by her husband, Follis Fisher, a son, Daniel Fisher, and wife, Susanna of Scottsville, 2 daughters, Vera Goss and husband, Ryan of Westchester, Ohio, and Anna Drummond of Scottsville, 1 brother, John Buchanan, and wife, Elizabeth of Nashville, 2 sisters, Jerry Smith and husband, David of Bowling Green, and Roger Lynn Bridden and husband, Don of Scottsville, 6 grandchildren, Haley, Caleb, and Elijah Fisher, Claire and Alexander Goss, and Henry Maxwell Drummond. Services for Georgiana Buchanan Fisher will be held Thursday at 1 o'clock at the Scottsville First United Methodist Church. Burial will follow in the Crescent Hill Cemetery in Scottsville. Visitation from 4 until 8 today, from 7:30 until 8 Wednesday at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home. Memorial suggested to Scottsville First United Methodist Church or to the Relay for Life and can be made at the funeral home. Roberta Decker, age 90, of Mammoth Cave, died Sunday at the Hospice Center of Southern Kentucky. She was a homemaker and a member of the Jock United Baptist Church. She is survived by a son, Larry Decker of Brownsville, 3 daughters, Sharon Decker of Bee Springs, Sue Logan, and Sandy Childers, both of Mammoth Cave, 1 brother, Frank Hayes of Bowling Green, 1 sister, Patsy Carroll of Bee Spring, 9 grandchildren, Bill and Wayne Decker, Kim Purcell, Chris Brooks, Jeremy and Joey Logan, Scooter Childress, Kenton, and Cassidy Webb. Services for Roberta Decker will be at 11 o'clock on Wednesday at the Jock United Baptist Church. Interment is to be in the Jock Cemetery. Visitation will be at 2 p.m. today at the church. The Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel is in charge. Deborah K. Anderson, age 58, of Bowling Green, died Saturday at the Medical Center. She was a factory worker at Scott's Tobacco Company and a member of the Faith United Methodist Church. She is survived by her husband, William Anderson, 2 sons, Todd Anderson and Aaron Anderson, 3 grandchildren, Mary, Kendra, and Kayla Key, 1 brother, Kenneth Wayne Denham, 1 sister, Jeannie Wilson. Services for Deborah K. Anderson will be at 10 o'clock on Wednesday at the Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel. Visitation will be from 3 until 8 today at the funeral home. Funeral services for Joanne Alexander Self, age 83, of Bowling Green, will be at 2 o'clock Wednesday at the Brownsville Missionary Baptist Church. Burial to follow in the Alexander Cemetery. Visitation in progress at the Grayville Funeral Home, and after 10 o'clock Wednesday at the church. Services for Michael Vern Stewart, age 53, of Glasgow, will be at 10 o'clock Wednesday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Fairview Cemetery in Bowling Green. Visitation today from 4 until 8 at the funeral home, and will continue Wednesday morning until time for service. Services for Darlene Thompson Bell, age 60, of Glasgow, will be from 4 until 8 today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with cremation to follow. Funeral services for Lucille Boer Moore, age 87, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Services for Philip D. Cashin, age 74, of Bowling Green, will be at 11 o'clock today at the Hardy and Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Burial will follow in the Fairview Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
News you've all been waiting for has now arrived. As part of their going out of business sale, Unique Gifts is now selling Pandora jewelry at 40% off. No more exceptions. The entire store is 40% off. So come pick out your charms, necklaces, purses, fiesta wear, and more, and save 40%. And yes, that includes Pandora jewelry. So hurry into Unique Gifts before your favorites are gone.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
31, WCLU 46 degrees. We had a pretty soggy start to the day yesterday as far as rain goes. Not a lot of action here in South Central Kentucky as far as baseball scores. We're checking to make sure that the reason why we can't find most of them is because most of them weren't played. But we'll shore that up here in the next 20 minutes or so and get you any results that we have from yesterday. In high school baseball today, the Glasgow Scotties open up their season on the road at Central Hardin. Hart County visits Adair County, Edmonson County hosts Cumberland County, Metcalfe County entertains Warren Central, and Allen County Scottsville plays at Warren East. Fast pitch softball this afternoon. Glasgow hosts Franklin Simpson. Hart County welcomes Marion County. Metcalfe County is at home against Greene County. Monroe County travels to Clinton County, and Allen County Scottsville entertains Logan County. That's a check of local sports. We'll see if we can get some final scores from what little activity there was yesterday and have it for you next hour on the local sports.
Money may not grow. Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
BR Tire.
Day of spring tomorrow will be ushered in with some winter weather. Winter weather advisory 8 o'clock tonight until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It does look like we will see a couple of inches of snow, mainly on the grassy surfaces initially, but with temperatures falling near freezing tonight, Yeah, some of that snow could actually stick on the roadways. Little rain around today, this afternoon. That'll start coming on in. Temperatures in the low to mid-40s all day. Then some light snow around tonight to snow showers with some rain mixing in at times. 32 degrees. So we are near freezing, so it could get a little tricky early tomorrow morning. Overcast and a few flurry snow showers around tomorrow, mainly early. Highs will be in the mid-40s with gusty northwesterly winds. Mid-20s tomorrow night. Thursday, mainly sunny. Highs low 50s. I'm Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We had 0.4 of an inch of rain in yesterday afternoon's rain shower activity. We'll continue to have that threat through about the middle of the day, and then we'll get some cooler temperatures. And from actually, let me give you the time periods here. The winter weather advisory begins tonight at 7 p.m., and it continues until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we got a wide area where some strange weather could occur here, and those are the kind of things that that make the first day of spring interesting, you think. 46 degrees now at WCLU at 6:34.
When was it? We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
See who all celebrate today. So far, we know that Don Cook is turning 69 today. Bill Humphrey with a birthday. It's also Cody Hogue, Loretta Norris, Nate McCandless. Nate's 11 today. Kevin Houchins. Marty Fleener is 53. Tabitha Wood. Tabitha Gruber. Jackie McCoy. It's Peyton Heron. Peyton is turning 1 today. And we have Brandon and Patty Bell with a wedding anniversary today. How's that for a nice complete start to the day? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Somebody on this list is going to be given a Dairy Queen birthday cake today. Somebody on this list is going to win a beautiful rose from Greer's Florist. So the thing to do is get those birthdays and anniversaries in and let us share here this morning. 736 Archives in the wings.
Are you in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Well, now is the time to buy at Goodman Nissan during the Nissan Now sales event. Get huge savings on 2017 Nissan models. Up to $8,500 off 2017 Armadas, as well as over $4,000 savings on Rogues and $3,000 off Sentras. Drive home in a new Nissan Titan, Motor Trend's 2017 Truck of the Year, the truck with America's best warranty. 5-year, 100,000-mile, bumper to bumper. And don't forget to ask about the Ultima Loyalty Program, where current Nissan owners are eligible for an additional $1,000 loyalty bonus cash on a new 2017 Altima or $500 loyalty cash on a new 2018 Altima. So hurry in for the Nissan Now sales event to receive these great deals and so much more with the Goodman Advantage at Goodman Nissan and receive a buying experience that only Goodman's can offer at the corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Things were never better at Goodman's.
Great deals, no games. Come home to Goodman.
94-acre cattle farms don't come
Medical
available.
services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Lesson with loader, John Deere hay roller, and 625 Moco, Grizzly 700 ATV, utility trailers, balers, grain bins, feed troughs, lots of gates in various sizes, rolls and rolls of barbed wire, and much, much more, including some fabulous hunting. Go to ElmoreAuction.com for the full brochure. Then be there Saturday morning at 10 a.m. It's 515 Exum Lane to be auctioned by the Elmore Auction Team. Elmore Realty and Auction, Dakota Elmore, broker auctioneer. All right, 638 WCLU. Let's keep cleaning this place up, shall we? Spring cleaning here, even before the snow is through. Barron County Cleanup Week today. They're going to be at Park City and at Cave City Volunteer Fire Departments. That is the Park City Fire Department and the Cave City Fire Department. Today is the day for people to bring their unwanted items to those locations. You can call John Stevens if you have questions about that at 590-0417. So plan ahead. Glasgow City cleanup is going on right now through Friday, and it's being done so on the regular garbage day. Put it out near the curb or near the garbage can, away from utility poles. And, of course, if your garbage is normally picked up on Tuesday, so will your unwanted spring cleaning items. And Cave City's citywide cleanup continues through Saturday, 8 till 4 daily. Dumpsters located across from the firehouse at the recycle location. But you can't bring tires, you can't bring paint or hazardous materials, but that leaves a whole lot of other stuff for you to be able to go ahead and bring in and clean up around here for sure. I'm ready for the archives. Speaking of cleaning up, we're going to clean up any unseen or unsure facts about things from the last 100 years as we share some interesting facts about the last 100 years. Brought to you by Tony Hogan Health Clinic and by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
You can feel the difference at Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Tony goes above and beyond when it comes to your health care. From opening early at 7:30 to giving his personal number to patients, just in case.
This is nurse practitioner Tony Hogan. If you're already a patient, I want to thank you. If you're not, give me an opportunity to show you the difference. I truly care about your health and well-being.
Call me, Mandy, at Tony Hogan Health Clinic, and let's get you set up with an appointment. 651-6707, or come by at the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Right Tool distributor.
All right, are you ready to go down memory lane, see what got us here?
I have something I need to play first.
Okay, all right.
Have you ever heard of the Southern Mama? Darren Knight's on puts out Facebook videos of funny things.
I have, but I want to hear funny stuff.
Since Ray Stajic had to say the S word, here is Southern Mama getting ready for a snowstorm. You ready?
I'm ready.
Them is snow clouds right there. I can tell. Mama knows. Them is snow clouds. Everybody just don't forget what you're supposed to grab when we get inside. It's going to be like a football team. Downset Hut Jemison, I want you to go over and get all the loaves of bread you can get. Balin, I want you to grab at least 3 gallons of milk. Bethany, Mama wants you to get all that stuff to make snow cream, okay? Like we did that 4 years ago. And
looking forward to it, no less.
Get the milk and bread.
That's right. It's a big run on it for sure. Well, this one we have, actually the advisory lasts from like 7 p.m. at night to 1 o'clock the next afternoon. So it's
well,
pretty
all I
interesting.
know is the last snowstorm we had, you woke up and it looked like a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
By lunch it was gone.
Yeah, and
those kids can go to school that day.
That's the potential. I'll say that.
Right.
But boy, the weather down in Alabama was unbelievable last night. Up around Huntsville, Alabama, they had some unbelievable tornadic activity there.
Really?
Yeah, it gets kind of wild. And speaking of which, the first day of spring, is coming up here. And I don't know if you were looking at the monitors earlier this morning or not, but a tractor-trailer load of pontoon boats on the way to market came by in front of the radio station about 3 minutes ago.
Really?
I mean, big, long pontoon boats.
They should have stopped by here and dropped us one off.
Well, I mean, it was like they were nice and, they had shrink wrap on them and everything, but I was just happy to look at the monitor. I said, good Lord, what is that turning the corner?
I'm going to follow those folks. Where are they?
Yeah, that's right. They're not going very fast, I'll tell you, because they barely made the big turn up here.
That big tree Mark's got up, is that in Alabama?
I don't know where that is. Where is that, Mark?
The one time he's not listening.
That's down near Birmingham, actually.
Okay, all right, yeah. Birmingham had some big time weather too.
Yeah, there were unconfirmed reports right now. They had some tornadoes down there and some straight line wind damage for sure.
Yeah, well, that would confirm something right there. Just that picture.
Yeah, I don't think it just fell over. It's a pretty sizable tree.
Straight line winds. Well, hopefully we can get out of that business and it doesn't migrate north.
I mean, if Ray would just stop saying the S word and all this stuff, it'd be all right.
Well, he's got to be accurate.
Since when did weather people have to be accurate?
Oh, well, I mean, it's an obligatory thing.
Had to say it.
He was kind of down this morning. Did you hear him? He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, how many times has he predicted snow in the last 3 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Let's go back 100 years. You want to?
Okay.
1918. This story in the Republican. The story of Miss Bess Howard. Miss Bess Howard left here Saturday for Fort Oglethorpe near Chattanooga, accompanied by Mildred, the little 15-month-old daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Howard. The doctor was ordered to Fort Wadsworth, South Carolina for further training and wanted to take his wife and little daughter with him.
Well, I mean, he can't leave him here.
Mrs. Howard was already with him. Miss Bess returned to Glasgow on Tuesday. So Miss Bess actually pretty much delivered Mildred down there to Fort Oglethorpe. Had to go get that training there in 1918.
Where's that at, Fort Oglethorpe?
Down in I think it's near Chattanooga, somewhere in the area.
It's down south.
Down south.
It's right there, just as you go into Alabama, isn't it? Right there at Chattanooga.
Who needs Alexa when you've got Mark?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I don't know. Well,
Ding,
anyway,
Walter.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure you can. I don't know that works. I think most of the time I leave Chattanooga, I go to Georgia.
There you go.
But anyway, it's close.
Well, you got that one little section there.
Yeah,
You got to kind of dip down into Alabama.
Yeah, geography class.
Thank you, Mr. MapQuest.
It's like 15 miles or something. I don't know. It ain't even 15 miles, like 2 miles or something.
All right, 1928. This was in the Glasgow Times. 21 members of the Bowling Green Kiwanis Club, along with Miss Evelyn Miles and Mrs. R.C. McElroy, were here Friday evening to perfect a Kiwanis Club. Now, I think that's an interesting way to say that you're going to start the club, you're going to perfect it.
Right.
After outlining the work of the organization and several vocal renditions by Miss Miles, the following committee was appointed to investigate and report on the feasibility of forming a club. Ish Christmas. Mm-hmm. That's his name, Ish Christmas.
Ish Christmas.
Charles T. Renfro, O.F. Curd, Albert Ely, Ralph Kennard, Sam Sears, C.A. Goodman, Albert Boyd, J.O. Horning, and Stuart Shuck. They had quite the committee there, trying to figure out whether or not they can perfect a Kiwanis Club here, which is history will tell us they did.
They did.
1928 it was. All right, we've got some news of newcomers here in 1938.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Moody Rigsby have named their new baby girl Ruth Yvonne. That's from 88, Kentucky. So you perhaps remember Miss Ruth Rigsby. Mr. and Ms. Moody Rigsby have named their baby girl Ruth Yvonne. And also in Glasgow, Mr. and Mrs. George Evans announced the arrival of a daughter, Jane Elliott, and Mr. and Mrs. Horace Travis are the proud parents of a new son, Robert Samuel. So there we are in 1938. Of course, most folks knew him as Bobby Travis.
Right.
But that was 1938, getting some newsprint on new births.
Better them than me. Hoo-wee.
This is I didn't, you talk about things you learn on the archives.
Right.
This one hit me pretty hard here.
Okay.
Because I never dreamed that we segregated everything that we did like this.
Nothing people do surprises me.
1948. Listen to this, and this is history. Okay, we're not going to change history. It's
we can talk bad about it.
Whatever it is. Okay, this is news out of Edmonton in 1948. News that Mr. Denton Shirley of Summershade was the winner of the Colored Spelling Bee Saturday. Did you get that?
Yeah, because, words are different depending on skin color.
That's right. With Monroe Webb of Knoblick second. Other contestants were Zora Wood, Shirley Ann Sarton, Leon Cobb, and Winfred Crenshaw. What about that? The Colored Spelling Bee from 1948, which seems late in the game a little bit to be having that.
That hadn't been that long ago.
Colored Spelling Bee, but nonetheless, congratulations to Denton Shirley I wish they told us what word that he won on, because I'm sure it was tough competition there.
Thank goodness for spell checks, all I have to say.
The way we were. All right, 1958. This was in the Glasgow Republican. Appointment of Robert W. Thumb as the constable in District 1 is expected to be announced this weekend by Judge James Gillenwater. Mr. Thumb will succeed S.A. Ferguson, who resigned last Monday. Mr. Thumb is expected to be named as a juvenile probation officer for the county court in addition to his duties as constable. Mr. Thumb is a gentleman of high character and is presently completed work on a physical education degree at Western. He served with the Navy in World War II and with the Army in the Korean conflict. He formerly operated the Etna service station across from the post office.
Did they give out sugar and dishes?
Well, I probably did up there. But what I'm getting at is this was obviously Mr. Thumb, a very fine gentleman, and, you know, it's been a while since some publication or broadcast entity described somebody as a gentleman of high character, you know, as a part of the description, even though it's something that we should use more often.
I don't think I've ever used that to describe somebody.
You know, Mr. Such and so is a gentleman of high character.
Well, because you know, Henry, if I did, somebody be calling up here.
Yeah,
I
don't know. 3 weeks ago, he ran me off the road.
25 years ago, his grandma got into it with my cousin's hairdresser's beauty. You know what?
Yeah, we get that up here, you know.
If you're not making somebody mad, you're not doing your job.
That's right. But at least people are listening, even if they're mad about it. Hey. All right, we got news. We have news out of Rocky Hill. This is the Rocky Hill Cave Spring news, and I like this story because the preacher made the headlines.
Okay.
Our pastor, Reverend R.F. Martin, preached with much power on Sunday. And that's the story. In other words, the writer says, you know, it wasn't just a regular sermon, it was a powerful sermon. Also, Mr. and Mrs. Roland Massey attended church at Rocky Hill last Sunday. And Mr. and Ms. Willie Edmonds and Mrs. Addie Davidson visited Mr. and Ms. Arthur Britt. You can't even go visit somebody without it getting published.
That used to drive my grandmother crazy. Like when she would take somebody, like some food or something, she lived in Cave City, and it would be in the Cave City column, like the personals. Oh, that would drive her batty.
Yeah, that because all the people she didn't take food to were hacked.
No, she just didn't want to put her name in the paper. Like she would even contemplate like running it over there like before daybreak.
Yes.
You know, so she'd be like, "Who's that from?"
Wouldn't get caught. That's right. Don't put a tag on there. They give it to the newspaper reporter.
Oh, it would drive her crazy.
But anyway, and that R.F. Martin preached a powerful message there. It's interesting to have that in the publication as well. But I'm sure it was accurate. 1978. Here we have some more sports. The Barron County Trojans, and this was a big deal because this was 1978. You know, Barron County High School hadn't been in existence very long, but in 1978, the Barron County Trojans won their first game ever in the state tournament, 55-50. And the interesting thing is this story, the archivist only puts that it was over a Louisville team. There's a few of those.
It don't even matter what team it was that beat them.
That's right. They did. It looks, you know, it's really good in the history books to beat them. 1978.
History is written by the victors.
Some Louisville team. Of course, there's two regions in Louisville, so
right.
Could have been from anywhere.
That one team from that one region.
Yeah.
On that one side of town.
1988. Jill Fudge, the daughter of Mr. and Miss Dale Fudge of Comedia, was crowned the 1988 Kentucky Dairy Princess. Now, that's a pretty prestigious award, you know. Think about how big dairy is around here, and to be the princess is certainly a nice accolade to put on your resume. That was 1988. All right, 1998, Glasgow teen Angela Pickett was among the first women to finish the Virginia Military Institute RAT line.
What is it?
That was a big story right there. It's the RAT line, and I remember a lot of good news coverage of this back when it happened in 1998. You see, the first thing you got to know is that VMI used to not let women in.
Huh.
And so our Angela Pickett here, you know, Daryl and Connie's daughter, went in as a pioneering woman and finished the RAT line.
Breaking that glass ceiling.
Yeah, you know, she comes to town from time to time to visit her folks. You ought to talk to her because she's a fascinating young lady. 2008, 10 years ago, here we have some art. Local artist Jeff Deerig and Betty Brogan received awards at the Kentucky Library and Museum at WKU. A couple of excellent artists there, Jeff Deerig and Betty Brogan. Well, what do you know? Let's see. We did all kinds of stuff here in the archives today. Just going back down memory lane and
get the milk and bread, folks.
Get it out right here for sure.
Yes.
And just in case,
folks, for me, get something besides milk and bread. Just for me, it's got candy.
Star Crunch.
Oh my, folks! I'm gonna tell you right now. Get some Star Crunch. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm telling you.
At least you won't feel so bad about the snow.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if I got Star Crunch, I don't feel bad about anything.
Yeah. Well, that's the way the archives are, and we really thank the archivists who do the digging, and we really appreciate them giving us the opportunity to share these things. Mr. Ray Green, Ms. Gail Berry, and Ms. Sherry Wesley, and others down there, they certainly have a tremendous feel for history. And you're saying what?
I was going to say, so, today's Lunch with Local Leaders is down there at the Cultural Center.
Let's hear a little more about that, okay?
So basically, we've got 50 kids from Caverna that are going to be in town today. And they're going to have lunch catered by the front porch in Cave City with local leaders.
Okay.
And it's going to be more of an interaction as opposed to informational, just a time for them to get together and talk with people who are making a difference. And Sherry Wesley has been marvelous.
Yeah, that's kind of the way she is,
Marvelous to work with. She's very accommodating. She's very, folks, if you've not been to the Cultural Center, number one, I'm not really sure what you've been waiting on. But number two, seriously, go down there, check it out. It's no pressure. You can, just walk around. I mean, it really is. It's a great place down there. And the air was perfect in there now that they got the new system.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to brag about for sure.
I'm telling you.
All right. Well, we're at 5 minutes before 7 o'clock, and we're at 46 degrees. And we'll check in, speaking of weather and winter weather, etc. We'll check in with Ray here just in a moment.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing, as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. My Nana and Papa own Quick Stop Shoe Store, 519 Happy Valley Road. Women's sandals such as Crocs, Chinook, Bionics. We now have Skechers and Chacos. We also have kids, Crocs, Chinook, and Chacos. Don't forget we have a large selection of work and muck boots. We also have Justin and Nakona wallets. Don't forget we have new styles of Skechers sandals and Chacos for women and kids. So come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I, Terry, own Southern Kentucky Collision here in Glasgow. It's a collision repair center. We've been dealing with South Central Bank for probably 23, 24 years. They've always been good to us. They're a hometown bank. South Central Bank's been a really big part of our business as far as the growth. They've been there for us when we needed to borrow money to grow, and we appreciate that very much from South Central Bank.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
We hoped we didn't have to do it, but we are. First full day of spring tomorrow. Spring arriving early this afternoon, and a winter weather advisory in effect 8 o'clock this evening until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Potentially a couple of slushy inches of snowfall in the forecast. Temperatures today. Upper 40s this morning, most likely falling into the low to mid 40s this afternoon with maybe a little bit more rain coming in. Still have to deal with upper level low pressure, so that has to come through. And the rain will change on over to maybe some light snow and snow showers overnight tonight. Temperatures fall to near 32 degrees. Flurry snow showers tomorrow, otherwise overcast. Most of that precipitation early, so tomorrow morning could be slick. Highs will be in the mid-40s with gusty winds tomorrow afternoon. We'll recover a little bit Thursday. Plenty of sunshine, highs low 50s. Morning rain showers on Friday, low 50s. I'm Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We had 4/10 of an inch of rain yesterday afternoon, and the constant coverage and studio radar screen last hour showed a few little light raindrops falling on the Kentucky-Tennessee border down in Allen County. That's pretty much stopped for now, but it'll regenerate itself as we get through the day and see some more precipitation. 46 degrees now at WCLU. This weather update brought to you by South Central Bank. You're invited to attend an inspiring gospel meeting at the South Green Street Church of Christ. Mark your calendar for March 25th through the 28th. Well-known professor from Freed-Hardeman University, Ralph Gilmore, will conduct the meeting. Opportunities to attend begin Sunday, March 25th at 10:30 a.m. and 6 p.m., and then continuing the following Monday through Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. nightly. Plan now to attend each of these special presentations with respected speaker Ralph Gilmore. The South Green Street Church of Christ invites everyone to experience this special gospel meeting March 25th through the 28th.
Whether you have a little boo-boo or a great big boo-boo, when it comes to your car, who fixes those problems really matters. Shaw's Body Shop in Glasgow is a well-established, reputable company capable of taking care of any size damage to your car. In fact, many major insurance carriers have Shaw's on their preferred repair shop list. What does that tell you? It tells you whether you have a little bang or a big bang. Get it fixed right with Shaw's Body Shop on West Main, 651-5172.
Let me tell you about our person of the day here. We are patting on the back by special request today, Tabitha Gruber. It is Tabitha Gruber Day here on WCLU, and if you happen to see Tabitha Gruber around town today, the thing to do is to pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold from her friends here at WCLU, and a little taste of Texas, where they're going to be having something mighty tasty for lunch today. That's the way they do it, the Texas way. Let me get over here and remind you about the Barron County Historical Society's meeting Thursday. That's tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the Mary Weldon Library. Now, the speaker is going to be Sandy Gorin of Gorin Genealogical Publishing in Glasgow. She will share the gospel according to Aunt Lucy, or how to sabotage your family tree. That is the topic, with humor as well as solid tips. The audience will learn about dear Aunt Lucy and her possible connection to Elvis Presley and Pocahontas. Come join us as we learn about the fun and fallacy of finding our ancestors, and the public is invited to attend. There's no charge for attendance. Sounds pretty fun, you think? And also we have coming up on, this is going to be on Saturday, something that is very popular and is very enjoyable. It's the Big Ralph Bunch Foundation's Fish Fry. Starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. They'll be there until sold out. And the thing is, people love the fish that they have at the fish fry, so I would get there early and avoid being sold out. Let's see here. Long John Silver's A&W All-American Foods, the sponsor of trivia today. Somebody is going to win a delicious Fish and More dinner, just for being smart and answering this trivia question here this morning. Let's hear about the big, extremely popular, extremely successful double cheeseburger promotion at Long John's. Long John Silver's A&W All-American Foods in Glasgow has a huge deal for a limited time. Listen up. Not one, but two double cheeseburgers for $6. Now, these are two 1/3 pound double cheeseburgers for $6. What a deal. You can't find anything like that except at Long John's A&W on the Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Two double cheeseburgers, 1/3 pound, $6. Wow. Long John's. All right, here's a chance for you to win dinner at Long John's A&W, a Fish and More dinner, in fact. I guess this might appeal to couch potatoes of the past. See if you can tell me the name of the television show that this is the theme song to. Are you ready? Well, it sounds like a fun show, doesn't it? You know what it is? Trivia.
I Spy.
That's it. Who's this speaking?
Sharon Gilson.
What are you doing, Sharon?
I'm just sitting here with my husband gave me the answer.
Well, so he's a couch potato from the past, huh?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
I Spy The television Secret Agent Buddy Adventure series ran for 3 years, 1965 to 1968. Teamed U.S. intelligence agents Kelly Robinson, played by Robert Culp, and Alexander Scotty Scott, played by Bill Cosby, traveling undercover as international tennis bums. How hard would that be?
I believe I saw that.
Yeah. Robinson poses as an amateur with Scott as his trainer, playing against wealthy opponents in return for food and lodging. Their work involved chasing villains, spies, and beautiful women. So anyway,
sounds like fun.
What it is I Spy. We kind of had a ultra-modern sort of a theme song, if you remember. You kind of had these little stabs that are in this particular theme song. You kind of see them sneaking around the corner there, you know. It was 1965-68, I Spy. You've got a delicious dinner coming from Long John's A&W, and you can divide that fishes and loaves with your husband however you feel necessary, Sharon.
Well, I don't know. He won it, so he gets to eat it all, I guess.
Okay, all right. Teamwork, that's what it is.
That's right.
Have a good day, Sharon.
You too, Henry.
Bye-bye. Sharon Gilson, that's right. She, as a little breakfast, sitting around the breakfast table listening for TV theme songs. And that's I Spy with Bill Cosby and Robert Culp. Interesting show. It was on NBC. I'd forgotten that part of it. Well, we'll play tomorrow, and we'll find out who qualifies to win trivia tomorrow just for being smart. And we have a lot of folks around here who qualify for that. Thanks to Long John's A&W as they continue to provide great food, great options, money-saving options, and they provide the prize for trivia, and they do a whole lot more. Stop in and visit with them today at Long John's A&W.
CBS News special report. Another package bomb has exploded in Texas, this time at a FedEx distribution center near San Antonio. CBS News has learned the package had been mailed from Austin to Austin. But FBI Special Agent Michelle Lee says it's too soon to tell if the incident is related to the 4 explosions in Austin this month.
Something that we're going to be looking into as a part of the investigation.
Details on today's blast from KENS TV's Charlie Cooper.
Approximately around 12:30 this morning, a small explosion happened here at this FedEx ground facility. I spoke to an officer who told me it was a medium-sized box that was on an upper conveyor belt that actually exploded.
Shirts Texas Police Lieutenant Manny Casas says no one was injured.
There was a woman that was seen and released at the scene for possibly sound injury, but she wasn't transported or anything to a local hospital.
2 people were killed in the bombings in Austin. CBS News special report.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
I'm Jared Pursley.
And Do It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessonberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessonberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
The news you've all been waiting for has now arrived. As part of their going out of business sale, Unique Gifts is now selling Pandora jewelry at 40% off. No more exceptions. The entire store is 40% off. So come pick out your charms, necklaces, purses, fiesta wear, and more, and save 40%. And yes, that includes Pandora jewelry. So hurry into Unique Gifts before your favorites are gone.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilly Hyde is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow...
Snow, 1 to 2 inches possible. We'll check in with Ray in just a moment. Let's check in the newsroom with Angela Briggs now. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Nearing 2 decades ago, Rusty Anderson began his career with law enforcement with the Glasgow Police Department. He served there until he took a position with the Barron County Sheriff's Office in 2005. He continued his career with the Sheriff's Office until his end of watch on Sunday when he passed away. An honor to his life and the impact that he had on this community, Rusty was brought back to Glasgow yesterday with a hero's escort. The convoy of law enforcement, fire departments, emergency management, and other first responders carried his body around the square one last time and on to A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. He leaves behind a wife and 2 children. From all of us at WCLU, we ask that you keep them in your thoughts and prayers, as well as his entire department and this community. Now, computer coding is something that, unless you've got a passion for data, it may not rank high on your list of fun things to learn about. But for many young people, that's a different story. Now, the workforce is changing, and more tech jobs, such as computer coders, are in demand. Interapt is a tech startup based in Kentucky that offers training to folks who want to learn to write computer code. Interapt is going to begin a new program somewhere in South Central Kentucky. Some folks hoped it would be in Glasgow and Barron County. Now, after the Barron Fiscal Court committed money towards the program, the City Council brought up the idea at the spurring of Council Member Patrick Gauntz. The city, along with the Idea Board in both Glasgow and Barron County schools, would have to kick in money before Interact would locate here and offer their training program. At a special called meeting last night, the Glasgow City Council talked about the issue. The need for the special call meeting was time. Companies will not wait forever. Now, Councilmember Wendell Honeycutt was the first to speak up at the meeting and said that both of his parents were teachers, and he certainly values education. He said when he looks at the program, he said the city's not in the education business, but the economic development business. Do they guarantee jobs? Do they guarantee a certain number? Will they pay back the city if they don't have that number? Honeycutt said he just had a lot of questions.
When I look at this program and look at what we're doing, I realize the city is not in the education business, it's in the economic development business. This is criteria we need to use to judge this program, is what is its economic development worth.
Councilmember Patrick Gauntz said that while he agreed with Honeycutt's point that it's not the city's job to educate, he said it is their job to provide opportunity.
And I would echo exactly what you said, Rich. I mean, you're either going to engage as a body, the same way Idea Board will have to make a decision, same way the county, same way each school system. There's a lot of questions, as you said, still answered. I don't think this is finalized. I would disagree with you a little bit. Your premise, I agree with as far as not our job to educate, but I do believe it's our job to make this community better. And if we provide opportunity for the 500 kids that's going to graduate in May, it may not measure under educating the kids. It's not going to have the same conversation with the Idea Board. It's not the same premise that you're going to use. But the problem is if we don't do something, and I don't know what something is, but every year we have 500 kids that look to us to find them a way to stay here or to provide better employment than what they have here. So I'm just trying to help this community forward.
Councilmember Freddie Norris said he felt pushed to make a decision and needed more time to make that decision on the $150,000 contribution. City Council member Brad Gross also had some questions about a proposed contract between them and Interact.
I'd like to ask the city attorney's opinion, because me looking at this contract, it looks very open-ended. Like we get no really guarantees, and he doesn't lose no matter what. And I'd just like to ask your opinion on it, Rich.
I agree with some of the comments that have been made thus far. I think you could characterize the agreement that we've been provided as a agreement to continue to discuss. It's certainly not a final contract.
So after the discussion and considering that all the entities that were required to give money had not designated a certain amount, the council needed to know what they should do next. Here's Alexander.
What would probably be appropriate would be an expression of willingness to continue to discuss and perhaps participate, subject to these things being nailed down.
Instead of that, the council voted at the motion of Council Member Gary Oliver to table the motion indefinitely. Table the issue indefinitely. Right now it is 7:14 a.m., 46 degrees.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
Money may not grow on trees, but it does.
Of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy to navigate website to our easy to deal with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends. Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage...
In more local news, Glasgow police made several arrests as a result of routine traffic stops. Officer Trevor Morrison made a traffic stop on East Main Street over the weekend after seeing the occupants of a vehicle not wearing seatbelts. During the stop, Officer Morrison saw an AR-15 rifle in a back seat and a handgun, later confirmed stolen, on the dash. During a search of the vehicle, officers found a bottle of gabapentin and a small amount of marijuana. The driver, 25-year-old Matthew Runyon of Glasgow, was arrested, charged with failure to wear a seatbelt, receiving stolen property, carrying a concealed weapon, and possession of marijuana. 26-year-old James Wyatt was a passenger in the vehicle. He was also arrested, charged with possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance. He was also served an outstanding warrant. After suspecting that the driver had an active warrant, Officer Wesley Hicks conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle driven by 41-year-old David Price of Glasgow. During the stop on Bryan Street, Price gave Officer Hicks false information and then took off running towards Gorin Park. Price was apprehended shortly thereafter by Officer Hicks and Officer Jonathan Clark. He was charged with giving officer false information, fleeing or evading police, resisting arrest, and wanton endangerment. And on Sunday, Officer Jonathan Clark with Glasgow Police conducted a traffic stop on North Ray Street for expired registration. When he spoke with the driver, 32-year-old Michelle Farrell of Cave City, she told Officer Clark there was a gun inside the vehicle. She just wasn't sure where it was. She gave Officer Clark consent to search. The gun was found underneath the seat, and suspected meth was found also inside the vehicle. Farrell was arrested, charged with no registration, no seatbelt, no insurance, drug paraphernalia, possession of a controlled substance, driving on a DUI suspended license, and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. All individuals were taken to and lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. Accidental medicine poisoning sends a child younger than age 6 to the ER every 9 minutes in this country. Every 12 days, a child dies. Now, the Kentucky Poison Control Center says it handles more than 130 calls every day, and more than half of those involve children under the age of 5. Morag McKay with the group Safe Kids Worldwide says many poisonings are the result of the accidental ingestion of medicine.
Parents often don't realize how quickly these events can occur, and whether the child is at home or maybe visiting grandma and grandpa, you can be supervising your child and you turn around for just a couple of minutes, and when you turn back, the child has access to medicine if it's not stored safely.
McKay says small children like to mimic adults and might think medicine's candy because of the bright colors. Kids can be pretty curious and also pretty determined. She recommends medications be kept out of sight and out of reach, even if they're in child-resistant containers. She explains parents might be a little confused about what that means.
Parents are often a little confused about what child-resistant packaging means. We found about half of them think that child-resistant means child-proof, and in fact, that is not the case. Child-resistant packaging is designed to make it harder for the child to get into the medicine, but it's not completely impossible.
Safe Kids Worldwide has released a report on efforts to educate people about accidental medicine poisonings. It finds headways being made, but there are still too many children being harmed. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 7:20 a.m., 46 degrees.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Ed Huckleberry. Overnight, a Fayette County jury finds an Indianapolis man guilty but mentally ill for the murder of a Woodford County child in December 2015. The jury rendered their verdict around 11:30 last night against Ronald Exantis after hearing closing statements Monday morning. WKYT was in the courtroom when defense attorney Kim Green told the jury the prosecution hadn't proven its case.
There is no proof that it was intentional. In fact, all of the proof suggests otherwise.
The jury returns this afternoon for the sentencing phase of the trial. Georgetown police are investigating a fatal police shooting shortly after midnight this morning. Police say a man forced his way into a home, and when police arrived, the suspect was armed with 2 handguns. During a confrontation, the suspect raised a gun toward an officer. The officer fired. In addition to the 2 guns, the suspect had 2 knives and other weapons in his car. The relationship between the intruder and the woman who lived in the home has not been released. With spouses of fallen officers watching from the gallery, the Kentucky House passes a bill that would increase benefits for families of officers killed in the line of duty. Representative John Blanton of Knott County.
They must relive this torture every single day. And this is the least that we can do for these courageous surviving spouses.
The bill would adjust the monthly average pay benefit from 25% of the officer's wage to 75%. The measure now heads to the Senate. The Kentucky Senate is preparing to reveal its 2-year state spending plan. The Appropriations and Revenue Committee will meet twice today to debate that plan. The House passed its version of the bill earlier this month that included a 50-cent cigarette tax hike and an opioid tax. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
This is an advertisement.
Choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. best selection, best service, best friends. Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Glasgow for free.
News time WCLU is 7:24. We have 46 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. Yesterday was a wash in our neighborhood. Some games were played in northeast Kentucky, but here in south central Kentucky, all of the activities that were scheduled were rained out, so we'll try again today. High school baseball today. The Glasgow Scotties open up their season on the road at Central Hardin. Hart County visits Adair County. Edmondson County hosts Cumberland County, and Metcalfe County entertains Warren Central, and Allen County Scottsville plays at Warren East. In fast-pitch softball this afternoon, Glasgow hosts Franklin Simpson. Hart County welcomes Marion County. Metcalfe County is at home against Greene County. Monroe County travels to Clinton County, and Allen County Scottsville entertains Logan County. We'll have more on local sports. That's a check of it right now here on WCLU.
At Heritage 76 Barbershop, they've figured out that getting a haircut at most places is a lot less than a desirable experience. I mean, who wants to cram in between a couple of strangers to sit on a plank for an hour while you wait to get, well, that haircut? At Heritage 76 Barbershop, located right next door to the Plaza Theater in Glasgow, you're going to find a much different experience as you walk into a modern, laid-back barbershop. There you'll find David, Anthony, and Cody. With 3 full-time barbers with over 50 years experience between them, you know you're not going to have to wait long. Heritage 76 is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6, and on Saturdays they're open from 8 to 2. If you don't have the time in your schedule to spare, you can always call ahead and make an appointment with anyone on staff. And here's the best part, you don't have to worry if you do have to wait, because you can always watch the big screen TV and catch up on the latest sports scores, or grab yourself an energy drink out of their cooler. When you sit down in the barber chair, you're going to find you get the personal attention that you should expect. A pro-level cut, and at Heritage 76 Barbershop, you can lean back and get yourself an authentic shave. Call for an appointment today at Heritage 76 Barbershop. It's 270-629-6299.
Weather from WCLU, brought to you by Marianne's Hallmark. Closing soon. By now, you've probably heard that Marianne's Hallmark in Glasgow is closing. So, the entire store, including fixtures and everything, has to go. Prices are marked down up to 50% off throughout the store. This is a closeout, last chance opportunity to take advantage of clearance prices on great items. If there's ever been a time to shop, it's now. Hurry into Marianne's Hallmark in Glasgow, next to Ruler Foods, and take advantage. Again, the entire store must be liquidated, plus up to $1,500 in prizes and giveaways. Hurry into Marianne's Hallmark today.
Our first full day of spring tomorrow will be ushered in with some winter weather. Winter weather advisory 8 o'clock tonight until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It does look like we will see a couple of inches of snow, mainly on the grassy surfaces initially, but with temperatures falling near freezing tonight, yeah, some of that snow could actually stick on the roadways. Let it rain around today, this afternoon. That'll start coming on in. Temperatures in the low to mid-40s all day. Then some light snow around tonight to snow showers with some rain mixing in at times. 32 degrees. So we are near freezing, so it could get a little tricky early tomorrow morning. Overcast and a few flurry snow showers around tomorrow, mainly early. Highs will be in the mid-40s with gusty northwesterly winds. Mid-20s tomorrow night. Thursday, mainly sunny. Highs low 50s. I'm Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
We got about 0.4 of an inch of rain actually most of it yesterday afternoon. Humidity is at 100%. The winds are out of the north-northwest at about 4 miles an hour, and 46 degrees here from the studios of WCLU. It is 7:28. Good morning.
What will
Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Morning. The 7:30 hour means that the cleanup location for today at Park City Fire Department and at Cave City Fire Department will be open. It's 7:30 until 4:30 this afternoon that they're going to be open. So load up all the stuff that's just been in the way. You've been tripping over it, falling over it. It's been making things not look as pretty as you want things around your place to look. So take them over there today. At Park City and at the Cave City Volunteer Fire Departments. Just as a warm-up, tomorrow they're going to be out at East Barron, but today, Park City and Cave City. So be aware of that. We've got 7:30 and Ralphie's Fun Center bringing you our birthday review.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Well, let's go for round 2 of the Birthday Anniversary Club here for today. We've had several grandparents and great-grandparents call up to make sure we knew that Peyton Heron is turning 1 today. Happy first birthday, Peyton Heron. We've got Miss Jackie McCoy with a birthday. Tabitha Gruber. Tabitha Wood is celebrating. Marty Fleener. We understand Marty is 53 today. Kevin Houchins. Nate McCandless is 11 today. Happy birthday, Nate. Loretta Norris, Cody Hogue, Bill Humphrey, Don Cook. Don is 69 today. Anniversary for Brandon and Patty Bell. Congratulations. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com for birthdays and anniversaries. And a great big thank you to Ralphie's Fun Center. They certainly have a handle. They have the scoop on fun, and they make it fun when you go, whether it's a big occasion or just a reason just to get away for a few minutes and relax. That's what they do at Ralphie's Fun Center. 44 degrees, 7:32 now.
Good morning, friends. In the early days of 2018, a young man walked into Marshall County High School, armed pistol and a hunting knife. As students milled about in the school, this young man opened fire and killed 2 teenagers. He wounded several others. All kinds of speculation went out as to what went wrong with this 15-year-old. When asked about the reasons as to why he did what he did, he said he was interested in science and wanted to perform an experiment. how people would react to such a thing. He said he wanted to see how students would react, how teachers would react, how the police would react, how society would react to these killings. Although many theories were put forth in trying to place the blame on bullying, parents, and society at large, the young man said he was not bullied. He had a good relationship with his parents, and he didn't feel like he was an outcast from society. He said he simply was bored, and this might relieve the boredom. He also said he wanted to find out what life was like in prison. He also said he was an atheist and he did not believe in God, and therefore life had no value. I suspect he'll find out what life is like in prison. Perhaps he might turn to God while incarcerated. If not, his experiment will show him how God will react to his mindless wickedness. He has no one to blame but himself. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo-Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow,
4
Kentucky.
degrees, 734 here at WCLU. Let me tell you about Skylar Johnson. Skylar is turning 14 today, and we want to be sure and wish Skylar a happy 14th birthday on his big day. And we want to remind you again that it's Tabitha Gruber Day on the radio. If you happen to see Tabitha Gruber around today, you want to be sure and pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold. Now, Tabitha was nominated to be good as gold, and somewhere over here I've got my form whereby which she was nominated. And she was nominated by somebody named Anita, and it's because of the fact this is her birthday. They wanted to nominate her to be patted on the back and told she is good as gold. And we do appreciate that and encourage you to get online here at WCLUradio.com. You can see how easy it is to suggest and nominate somebody to be good as gold. All right, 7:35, and we're coming right back and do some tidbit news here this morning.
At the People's Bank in Glasgow, we believe that people still like the friendly atmosphere of a community bank. A bank where you're more than just a number. You get one-on-one personal service. A bank where your money's reinvested in the community. And decisions, well, they're all made locally. The People's Bank gives you everything you'd expect in a bank, including online and mobile banking. Get the banking you deserve. Located at 605C on the Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you in the market for a new car truck?
Started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Program, where current Nissan owners are eligible for an additional $1,000 loyalty bonus cash on a new 2017 Altima or $500 loyalty cash on a new 2018 Altima. So hurry in for the Nissan Now sales event to receive these great deals and so much more with the Goodman Advantage at Goodman Nissan, and receive a buying experience that only Goodman's can offer at the corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Things were never better at Goodman's.
Great deals, no games. Come home to Goodman. From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world up the street, we're going to do a little bit of tidbit news here. Mark's going to join me to check out a couple of things here.
That's all right. Good morning, Henry.
Everybody all right over there in that studio?
Oh, yeah, we're doing good. AM control is under control for once.
Well, this story, of course, Angela had to run out for a minute, so I needed a female perspective on this story.
Well,
I'm not going to ask you to...
I'm not that much of a Walter.
And I'm not going to ask you to do this, but I'm just going to use the story, okay?
Okay.
We can just sort of imagine what...
Well, you know, I had two
a female person might say about this, all right?
Okay.
There's an incredibly good-looking airport technician in Xiamen, China, that reportedly had his salary cut 10% for being too handsome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I know what that feels like.
I could see you thinking about that. Like, what would that be like? His salary was cut 10% because he was too handsome. A video showing the 25-year-old staff member walking on the tarmac while wearing sunglasses quickly went viral in China. Users compared him to a South Korean heartthrob named Song Joong-ki, who starred in the hit drama Descendants of the Sun as a South Korean Special Forces unit captain.
He's like he's like the Chuck Norris version.
That's right.
I see.
Yeah, Chuck Norris, but it's really his name is
Way of the Exploding Fist.
Yeah, that's right. It turns out the handsome young man violated the company's code of conduct by wearing an untidy uniform and having his hand in his pocket, resulting in a 10% cut of his salary.
Well, I know, like there's been a few places I worked. Putting your hands in your pocket is not looked at very in a favorable light.
Right. I don't know. Does it make you handsome? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you see those guys in the Sears catalog or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
They come out and they're looking at their watch and they're standing out in the yard looking at stuff. You're like, what is this guy doing in a three-piece suit standing in the yard?
Three-piece suit here on the green.
Yeah, looking at his watch.
Anyway, taking into consideration the influential impact this video has made, the aggravated penalty must be applied, says the company.
And this is in China?
Yeah. Says, I feel sorry for him. He might be the first person ever to be deducted pay for being too handsome, said one viewer. His boss must be jealous of his handsomeness. But others stood by the company's move to deduct the hot employee's salary. Indeed, when you're in uniform, you should behave decently. When you take off the uniform, you can pose however you like.
Now, the guy's like an air traffic control guy?
No, he's an engineer. I don't know exactly what kind of an engineer, but he's at this airport there, in Xiamen, China. He's some sort of a technical guy.
Well, hey, I'll give you some props for saying that name right.
That's right. Well, I practiced it for sure.
Well, you got to figure this guy's sitting in front of a desk, and he's probably got some drawing tools or AutoCAD or something. It's not like he's a frontline representative for the company.
But get this. The young worker was grateful for all the support that he has been receiving after the video was posted online, but he told NetCitizen that you need to ease up on the passenger who recorded him.
So this is probably coming from state television.
No, it was a girl that recorded him on tape. Honestly, I still feel quite happy because I'm not easy to become so famous that quickly, or it's not easy to become so famous that quickly.
Speaking of China, yesterday I watched a video of Mark Zuckerberg speaking fluent Mandarin in a visit there. His wife is if you don't know, everybody. Mark Zuckerberg is the Facebook man. Yeah, but he was speaking fluent Mandarin in front of a crowd of Chinese there. It was pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
That's a really hard language. They say English is really hard to learn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's tough either way.
I like the word apparently, but.
And the guy says, please don't bombard the passenger who uploaded the video online. I never blamed her because she didn't mean to cause me any harm. But apparently she was, how if you're a man, how macho does it feel to have a woman film you and put it online?
Yeah, from then on, you're.
I don't know.
You just walk through the door like,
I'm that guy.
I am Prince Manu.
All right, and finally, this story here. Just
is she married?
I don't know. It doesn't say anything about that, and we'll find out.
Look out! I'll have to find a picture of this guy. I'll try to get up.
Yeah, there's a picture of him on this where I found this. I'll show you where that is.
Is he like a John Travolta? I mean, like a striking guy? Or
I don't have any sense of that.
Well, I mean, if he's like hideous or.
No. I mean, the sunglasses are big. I'll say that.
Okay.
All right. Finally, this story. Did you ever go to a Blockbuster and rent a video?
My sister. Drove through into the Glasgow Blockbuster in 99, 98 or 99. Yeah, she drove right into. Thought she was in reverse.
Yeah,
and just give it a little gas and drove it. So yeah, I've been in one helping to pick up movies that fell on the floor.
Well, at one point there were 9,000 Blockbuster stores in the United States with $6 billion in annual revenue, and now, Mark, there are 6.
Did you have a Blockbuster card? I had a card.
I did. Yes,
I did too.
But get this. What's about to happen here is kind of scary. The North Pole branch of Blockbuster is about to stop renting DVDs.
Oh, my goodness. What will they do?
So how, you're in the middle of nowhere at the North Pole, and your one of 6 Blockbusters is going to close.
Oh, my goodness.
The rental store branch announced on social media it would be shutting last week and began liquidation sale of its stock. Kelly and her crew have done a phenomenal job, and she'll be greatly missed. Blockbuster Alaska wrote on Facebook, "Thank you so very much, North Pole, for your years of support."
Well, yesterday I was cruising around town, and we still have a couple of video stores here.
Yes,
and the thought did cross my mind. I wonder how much DVD rental they actually do now.
Well, they probably do some, but up in the North Pole, I think that would be a big place to.
Well, yeah, they're pretty resourceful people up there. They're probably Fire Stick and what was that? The Roku or whatever they call it.
Yeah, there's such a thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's all about.
But it's a shame they're going to close the final Blockbuster.
Yeah, the Blockbusters. When these branches are gone, there are 6 stores in the U.S. 4 of them are in Alaska, including 2 in Anchorage, and 2 others are in Oregon.
There's guys when I was in the military that went broke with their back fees at Blockbuster. They had a sectioned off part for the military guys. But, but
and for the people that owed us too much.
And so it was a little more expensive than the other videos. But there's guys that had back bills, and they had to make up their fees or whatever from Blockbuster. So.
Or just watch something on TV.
What was that $1 billion figure?
$6 billion.
Wow.
Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have. On Tidbit News for today.
Money may not grow on trees, but it does grow at Citizens First. Hi, I'm Candy Wethington, branch manager at our Glasgow West Cherry branch. We have a checking account at Citizens First that earns you real interest on your money, more than most CDs. Our Platinum Plus checking account. Our staff makes moving your account to Citizens First simple and seamless by helping you through the process. We're committed to a bright future for both you and our community. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Stop by today to open your Platinum Plus account, member FDIC.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street, where, folks, that's a busy street, but so easy to get into Hurt Auto Sales. And, they removed that building up there so you can actually see more of the candy that's on the lot up there at Hurt Auto Sales when you drive by. Have you noticed that?
That's right. It opened up, and you can see much more of the eye candy, as you called it.
Boy, that's
really
right.
Nice. It made it nice. I appreciate that.
You've got lots to see, and you always got the whole crew over there that keeps these cars looking good because, you want to buy a vehicle that looks great, and that's one of the many wonderful things about Hurt Auto Sales. This is Bobby Lee Hurt, by the way. If you didn't know, he's the proprietor of Hurt Auto Sales. He's got it down pat on how to help folks find a vehicle when they need it in a manner in which they can afford to pay for it, in a manner in which they can afford to have choices. And I know that Bobby Lee has been he's been on the prowl looking for vehicles that folks would really enjoy driving around here, and he's going to give us an update of the inventory this morning.
That's right, Henry. We just got in an 06 Nissan Frontier.
Frontier. Now, I haven't heard you tell us about many Frontiers.
I haven't had many. I sure haven't. And this one's a sharp-looking ride. It's a X extended cab.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
And it's four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Okay. sharp-looking ride for just $8,900.
Man, so I guess it's safe to say this is a new frontier for you.
That's right. Hey, just it's a new frontier. Come on out and make a frontier experience for you today.
Yeah, sounds nice. Sounds to me like it's something that folks would want to drive.
Well, that's right. Got a 2013 Nissan Altima.
Okay.
Nice little four-door, four-cylinder, one owner, low miles. Just got this one in yesterday, and we've got it priced to sell for $9,900. Okay.
See, that's what I want folks to understand. If you're looking for a vehicle and you went by up there at Bobby Lee Hertz and said, well, they don't have nothing I want, well, that was yesterday. Today, the arrivals are there that you might want.
Just like the first day of spring.
That's right.
New arrivals.
That's right. I wonder how many SUVs with snow tires on them you're going to sell on the first day of spring.
That's right. Well, you never know from the forecast.
That's right. That's right. But hopefully not. All right, keep going with all the good news.
All right, got an 06 BMW 5 Series.
Yeah.
It's a four-door, local trade-in. We've got it priced for $6,900. Okay.
I said, an 06?
Yes, sir. 06.
06 Bobby's Most Wanted?
That's right. Hey, and it'll set you free, Henry.
I think you always, you always fudge on the price. I think that's part of your mission is to, make it really, really easy to get a BMW around here. And that's certainly an easy way to do that one.
That's right. It's a great price, Henry. It sure is.
It is.
Got a 2014 Ford F-150 extended cab, four-wheel drive, local, one-owner, good-looking ride, price to sell for just $15,900.
That's an incredible. You can do a little checklist right there. Say, hey, I got a Ford pickup truck here, and people's eyes get real big. You start checking it off. You said extended cab. You said four-wheel drive. You said whatever all the other things you said. All the check marks have been checked off on what you just said there, Bobby Lee, including that 15,000. What was it? 15 even was it?
15,900.
15,900. I'm sorry, 15,900.
It's a big old checklist, and it's got all the checks on there. That's for sure.
Yeah. So that's when we say check it out.
That's right.
At Hurt Auto Sales.
And you can check it out. You can give me a call, ask any questions at 590-1181. Okay.
Well, I was going to throw in here, but before you know it, like really before you know it, spring break is going to be here. Are you going to make that sort of a trigger for you to replace the old clunker and take it on the road with something new to you from up there at Hurt Auto Sales? You better get busy because other folks are already starting to do that, I think.
That's right, Henry, and come on up. Don't wait. We'll set you out in a brand new car today. Brand new used car, I guess.
Yeah. And if you don't get the car today, when you go to Hurt Auto Sales, you'll always learn something. That's for sure. I've noticed that.
Well, that's debatable, Henry.
621 West Main Street. I'm going to give that number again, 590-1181. And you can call Bobby and say, hey, you got anything? I mean, he'll answer any questions because I dare say that Bobby Lee knows his inventory as well as anybody does and can talk to you all about it and describe it as if you almost were there even. So check him out today. Right. Hurt Auto Sales. Hope you have a good day, sir.
And you also, Henry. Okay.
If we get this snow tomorrow, I'm sure you got something people can drive in.
That's right. We'll send you skating around. Sure.
All right. And what's the motto, Bobby Lee?
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
Be careful, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
all right.
Sir, thank you.
751. You adding something over there, Mark?
I do actually. I wanted to say, the reason that Henry is chuckling because I've been over here looking up a hot Chinese guy, and I think I found him. I think I actually found the
one that's has pay reduced
from the and I believe this is the man.
Oh, that's him, huh?
I believe that's the guy, and he said he was if he was going to be a Chinese engineer, it would look like this.
Well, he didn't look very Chinese to me, but then again, I'm not.
I can't find the guy. I'm not really sure what's going on.
I'll find it for you.
But
okay?
I did get a kick out of you chuckling through that
Chinese.
Watching those monitors as we look for the interview.
10%. All right.
All righty.
That's Tidbit News 752.
Hi, this is William Gregley, pharmacist at Medical Arts Pharmacy, with some interesting facts. Did you know that 1 in 5 new prescriptions written by prescribers are never filled? Did you know that half of all prescriptions that are filled are taken incorrectly? Well, it's true, and at Medical Arts, we're doing something about it. What we're doing is called medicine adherence, and it includes talking to you about why you need your particular medicine, how to take it, and what to expect when you do take it regularly. It includes syncing your prescriptions together so you'll never miss a filling date, and it includes contacting your prescriber so you won't be without a refill unnecessarily. Most importantly, it includes communicating with you about the status of your medicines, because we understand that if you don't take your medicines, your overall health will suffer, and we're not going to let that happen. These are free services because we care about your health. Come see us today. It's easy to transfer your prescriptions to us and get started on the road to better health. Medicine adherence from Medical Arts, the pharmacy that cares about you.
Let's go ahead and check out the weather forecast here, and we'll put some more time constraint or give you some more times on what this particular winter weather advisory, when it's going to kick in. And this WCLU weather update this morning is brought to you as a service of Southern States.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tomorrow, spring arriving early this afternoon, and a winter weather advisory in effect 8 o'clock this evening until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Potentially a couple of slushy inches of snowfall in the forecast. Temperatures today, upper 40s this morning, most likely falling into the low to mid 40s this afternoon with maybe a little bit more rain coming in. Still have to deal with upper level low pressure, so that has to come through. And the rain will change on over to maybe some light snow and snow showers overnight tonight. Temperatures fall to near 32 degrees. Flurry snow showers tomorrow, otherwise overcast. Most of that precipitation early, so tomorrow morning could be slick. Highs will be in the mid-40s with gusty winds tomorrow afternoon. We'll recover a little bit Thursday. Plenty of sunshine, highs low 50s. Morning rain showers on Friday, low 50s. I'm Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Currently, it's 44 degrees. WCLU. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on any changes in the weather forecast. And, of course, we've got the Live and Local 8 o'clock morning edition coming your way straight ahead.